Alrighty. Let's try to get myself situated. Especially now because I'm starting a little late. But, I think it could be worse. Okay. Ooh, I do have unused sleeves in case I get anything cool. Alright, so let's see here. I was going to say something, but I forgot. Ooh, pretzels. And a soda. That up. Okay. You good? Hey, come here. You okay? Come here, big guy. Come here. Alright. I should probably get ready for this. It's been a while since I've gone live. You want to be on the camera too? Come here. Nope, you're just going to hide. Yeah, I think it's time. Do this again. Oh. Well, that works. But anyway. Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is George. And tonight is going to be just basically Q&A as well as I open up some Pokemon cards. So the set we're going to be opening, as I have teased on my Discord, we are going to be opening this. This is the not released yet, technically, Scarlet and Violet Temporal Forces booster box. So where I got this shocking thing is simple. It's basically a shady man came up to me because it was Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. Austin 316. Let me get a hell yeah. Put a hell yeah in the comments for Austin 316 Day. But anyway, the shady man comes up to me and goes, I recognize you. Hello, kitty. Anyway, back to where I was going. Shady man came up to me and goes, listen, I like your Stone Cold vest, and I think I can do something for you. I said, shady man, what do you think you have planned for me? Turns around and goes, well, I tell you this. How about, instead of flabbergasted about wrestling, I know you do Pokemon. So how about we open? I give you this Temporal Forces box. I say, shady man, I appreciate the offer, but unfortunately, I gotta be careful because this hasn't been released yet to the public. Who knows what'll come? And he goes, oh, you are a good one. However, maybe this has not one, not two, but maybe 3 Torterra EXs. And you might want to build a deck with said Torterra EX. So I looked at the shady man. I said, shady man, you are a sneaky son of a bitch. I take the box. Yes, I know that we had a Willow encounter. I told you it was going to happen. I said it was going to happen, and I was right. But yes, tonight, while we just chat for a bit, as well as, kind of just talk a little bit, we can talk about wrestling, Pokemon, and a bunch of other things as well. We're also going to be opening this box of the Scarlet and Violet's new Temporal Forces, which has not been released yet. So, let us, hold on. Nice. And I still smell the chicken from earlier. To some people, that's gross. To the person that is in the chat, typing stuff in said chat, would understand. But yes, we're going to be opening this box. So without further ado, let's open it. There we go. I got that good spot. You had that good spot right there in the middle. I kind of wish I did something cool with this as well, like find a way to randomize like Scarlet and Violet and to say like I have to catch these Pokemon or something. But I don't really have the time for it. I just really wanted to open this, just chat with everybody. So, what I like too about this box, so we have the Walking Wake right here, and then we have the Iron Claw, I think, or Iron Crown, something like that. And then we also have the Raikou. I don't remember this one's name. Gouging Thunder, I think. I think so. And there was... oh, here it is. Iron Leaves. So I think that's cool. So let's open this. Please don't break your neck, Virizion. There we go. See, look at that. First try. First go around. And we have the set. So, I already know some of the cards that are in the set. I've already opened pre-built build to battle boxes. So like I've pulled some stuff. So I kind of already know what I already know what's in the set. It would be cool though to see what else I could pull in there, because there's a lot of good cards in here actually for the set. I thought it was gonna be more just like a future and past support, and there kind of is, but the return of Ace Specs, as well as a bunch of other cards in the set, have been really good. I've been liking what I've been pulling. In fact, we can finally talk about, before we get started, the new rotation is starting once the set is officially released, which is next week. And I can finally say, thank God the E-Block is going to be gone, because I, like many others, well, unless you are someone who wants to take that gamble, hate the card Battle VIP Pass. So Battle VIP Pass Excuse me. Ooh, I've been gassy today. Anyway, Battle VIP Pass is a card that allows you to put two basic Pokemon on your bench. Seems pretty cool. You're like, you know what? I like this. You can only use it on the first turn of the game, like your first turn in the game. So let's say you don't draw it, you end your turn after making your moves. You draw the next turn and you get it, it's a dead card. So I am glad that Battle VIP Pass is gone. So, as we continue to discuss more things about Pokemon, how about we start off with one of these packs? Now, where do we start off with, guys? Do we start on the left side or the right side? And then we'll open those packs from there, then open the next side later. There are, let's see here. It should say somewhere. I want to say, I know how many packs are in this set, or how many any cards are in each pack. I want to know. $36 pack. I think it's 36. Yes, 36 packs. So I haven't seen anything yet. Now I am looking right in front of me an Iron Crown and Iron Leaves. So I guess I'll go for the Iron Leaves first because that was one of the Pokemon you can obtain in either version of the game when it came to the Terra Raids. And right behind it was a Walking Wake. So let's get started with our first pack as we open Temporal Fates a week before its public release. Hopefully that shady man gives me something good. So we start off with a Lightning, a Mudbray, a Minchino, Rockruff. Let me put you guys here. I'll put you on top of the Battle VIP passes I took out of my one deck. Rockruff, Litten. He's a little kitty cat. Metagross. Now, I've seen this Illusion Rare Metagross, and it actually looks pretty dope. I don't know how much it's worth, but it does look really cool. Got Roserade. I like Roserade as a Pokemon. Poison point. This Pokemon, the acts has damage when it attacks your opponent's Pokemon. This Pokemon like that, it's not poison. So, this is the one thing that I kind of like when it comes to some of these decks now. They are focusing more on special conditions. Including the Walking Wake EX that has gives you dealt more damage when there's a special condition on your opponent's Pokemon. Keldeo, Girafarig, Lickitung, and Miraidon EX. Starting off with an EX. Let's see what it does. Repulsion Bolt. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any damage counters on it, it does 100 more damage. And Cyber Drive, which next turn you can't use. It's actually a pretty good card. I don't know if it'll go to standard decks as of right now, but I'm sure eventually it will. So, for now, let's jump into the Walking Wake Temporal Forces pack. For everyone in the chat, how many good pulls do you think we're going to pick out of this box? Like how many ultra rares, full arts, or even secrets? Alright, so for the energy here, I'm going to say Leaf. And it is. I called it! Leaf! This is a good sign already. We got Frostmoth. Which I gotta say, I liked Frostmoth when I first saw it in Sword and Shield, but then realized it has 2 times 4 weaknesses. So I'm like, nah, I'll pass. Noctowl. Oh, nope. Okay, got it. You better stay up there then. The cat just jumped on the near my dresser again, so hopefully he stays up there because I'm kind of running out of room on my desk. Crocodile. At least 1 rare per pack. Oh, for that lucky. Licky. I mean, so far we pulled an EX, which is a pretty good card, but not like a full art or anything like that. Palafin. Screamtail. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff with bad hair, everybody. Heavy Baton. What does it do? If the Pokemon card is if the Pokemon this card is attached to has a retreat cost of exactly 4 and is in the active spot and is knocked out by a damage attack from your opponent's Pokemon by Willow, move up to 3 basic energy from that Pokemon to your bench any way you like. That's interesting. Might be a little hard to do, but there are some Pokemon cards out there that have 4 retreat costs. Like I just saw the Licky I pulled. Alright, so we got Carkle. Ooh, a nice illusion rare kind of Arbok. Looks pretty dope. And Macargo to end that pack. So, there we go. That's a pretty nice card. I'm going to put them in the sleeves here that I've had since the pre-release of Temporal Forces, which in the one tournament I was in, I did take first place. So, I kind of know more about the packs as well. In fact, it's still in my vehicle, actually. It's sleeved, but I have a special illusion rare Walking Wake EX. And it's still in my vehicle, so I should probably take it out soon. But like I said, I always have my good cards, my very pricey cards sleeved. Okay. All right, for the energy this time, I'm going to guess fighting. I'm going to guess a fighting energy. It's water. It's water. We have Shroomish. I always like Shroomish. Lickitung. Slugma. Solosis. Iron Jugulus. Actually, I used this card in the pre-release. I didn't really get to use it that much, but it did make some players a little nervous because if you attack it, you also take 30 damage. So it's kind of like in the TCG version of a Pokemon with like dry skin. Delmise, which is just an anchor. Electivire. Pineco. We got Zeraora. I always like Zeraora. I kind of like how it's an electric fighter. I don't know if it's electric fighting type. I think it's just pure electric. But it's still cool. It's like an electric fighter, so it's something different. And Koraidon. So that's pretty cool. This actually... I faced a guy who ran a Koraidon deck, whereas my pre-release was more of a Miraidon deck. And for Miraidon, during the pre-release, you wanted to go second, and I always did. But the thing was is that he drew better than me, so he ended up winning 2-1. But all 3 times we played against each other were always like instant hits. There was never any stalling. It was just boom, 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 boom. To where we were all like, yeah, we're We are just gonna scoop after we made certain moves. Alright. Alright, what energy do we think we're going to get here? I am actually going to go for fire. I'm going to say fire energy. Oh, fighting! Alright, fighting energy. Alright, we have Metang! Carkle! Hi, Willow. Grottle! So that's kind of what I was looking for. So I saw some decks involving Torterra EX. I'm going to actually put this Grottle aside because I might need it. I know there's some decks out there where I could just got 3 rare candies or 4 rare candies and do Turtwigs and Torterras. But I kind of want to have a Grottle just in case. Finizen! They finally brought in Dolphins. Iron Valiant. I actually run an Iron Valiant EX deck as well. I really like it. Sandy Shocks or Sandy Cheeks if you want to be funny. Reuniclus. I actually kind of like Reuniclus. Reuniclus is interesting. So you would need good setup with Reuniclus as well as Trick Room. But not a lot of people like to do that with Reuniclus. So I'm going to move this because I already know. 3, 2. Oh, you want to be a smartass and go the other way. Freaking cat. But yeah, no, Reuniclus is really good. It has a proper setup Pokemon. And I know people who don't really like to set up. I'm one of those that don't mind it. So, but I do like Reuniclus personally. Tranquil. Litten again, because he goes meow. And Relicanth. So this is actually pretty cool of a card here. This Relicanth can actually have its ability effect go off to where you can use Pokemon's... so let's say I play a Grottle, and then I play a Torterra. I can use Grottle's attacks as a Torterra, whereas in the card game, once you evolve, you can only use the moves from that Pokemon that you played down, not the previous ones. And Relicanth is one of those different ones where you can play, use the other attacks. Alright, open next pack. Okay, so what energy do we think we can get here? There's Leaf, Water, Fighting, Lightning, Metal, Fire, and a bunch of others. I'm going to go ahead and guess Psychic in 5, 4, 3, 2... Psychic! Ah, it's Leaf. Alright, Scyther! Skitty! It's another cat. Oops. No, Scyther, you go here. You go with the pile of the other cards. The energies go there. Skitty! Electabuzz! Bramblin! Chinchino! Sableye! Great Tusk! Grandpa... What was it? Grandpa Donphan. Sizzlipede, or basically a fruit by the foot. If you ate in half of it. I don't know. Another Reuniclus. Can't go wrong with that. And an Iron Valiant. That looks pretty cool. Actually, is this moveset different than the other one? I think so. The Tuxedo Mask. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? How are we doing tonight? As well as everyone in chat. How's everybody doing here on this Saturday night? That's like the weirdest Saturday Night Live referencing. Let me see about the... Oh, it is different. Okay, hold on. This is different. So, this one that we pulled earlier has Gemini Laser, which does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and Zen Blade, where you can't use it. And then this Iron Valiant has calculation. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put it back in any order. And if you play a future supporter card during the turn you use the move Majestic Sword, it does 100 more damage. So that's kind of cool. Doing good for the most part. Actually watching some DBZ episodes. Oh yeah, the creator died. Right. I don't really pay attention to Dragon Ball, but I did hear about the creator passing, or someone really important from Dragon Ball passing. So, hearts and best wishes for friends and family and the Dragon Ball universe. All right, next pack. We have the Walking Wake pack. Another Walking Wake pack, actually. All right, so let's see here. My guess here is going to be Metal Energy. 3, 2, Metal! What the? Bronzor. Oh, it was fire. I put the card in the back. Akira Toriyama. Okay. It is still sad. Alright, Bronzor. Mighty Anna. Duosion. Now we have the whole Solosis family, too. Haunter. Mist Energy. So we got a special energy here. Prevent all effects of attacks by your opponent's Pokemon done to this card as affected too. Okay, so basically you can't use secondary effects on it. Okay. Sizebuck! Oh, Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. This is actually a really good card. Like, it's considered a future card, and I guess for, like, some future Pokemon can get effects off of it. But you search your deck for 2 cards, add them, shuffle in your deck, and put them in top in any order. This is good, especially for a bunch of other cards that you want to grab in to your deck later on. Best cards in the set so far. Basically, okay, so I also pulled a Colossal, Scyther, and Melmetal. I didn't mean to look at those, but it happens. There's a couple good Illusion Rare cards, or like special art cards that are pretty pricey. I don't know all of them offhand. The best card that I've pulled so far, not in this box, but like in general, was that Special Illusions Walking Wake EX I put up on my Discord. So that is that's the best card I've pulled so far. There's a lot of good Special Illusion cards. I don't remember the names offhand, but there were some that were pretty good. So let's see here. Next pack. All right, so let's put this aside. The codes. I'll probably put like the codes up on like my Discord later tonight if I remember. So that way if people play the TCG live, they can have those. All right, so the energy I'm thinking that we're going to have for this one will be okay. Thought I heard something weird. For the energy, I'm gonna go with. Let's go with water. All right, water. 3, 2, 1, water. Huh? Wait, is it doing it for me? Lightning. That's so weird. That's the second time it's happened. All right. Well, Girafarig, Roselia. Cutiefly, Drillbur. Actually, fun fact about Drillbur, whenever this Pokemon has an artwork for any card, it's always its shiny form, not the regular form. And it seems like the regular form becomes the shiny. It's weird. Morty's Conviction. So this is actually pretty good. You can use this card if you discard a card from another hand. Draw a card for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So this could really fill up your hand real quick. And even in this game, right where it's at right now, you still want as many cards as you can. So put that aside. Possibly good cards for later. Shiftry. Bianca's Devotion. Heal damaging Pokemon that has 30. Heal all damage from a Pokemon that has 30 HP or less remaining. That's kind of a situational thing. I don't know if that's going to be good for standard games. Ghastly. Mighty Anna. And Iron Thorn. So this is actually a really good card here. Has a move called Destructo Press. You look at the top 5 cards in your deck. And if you're running a pure future deck and you keep getting future cards, this does 70 damage for each future card that you get. You do have to discard them, unfortunately. And the other cards that aren't future go back in your deck. But it does have really good... it is really good if you're trying to run just a future deck. I will say the future decks are really powerful from this set. The Ancients are okay, but I think that future has it by a long shot. Okay. So I think now what they're doing is putting the energies in the back already. Like we're already planning on doing it. So I put it up front. And I already looked at it, so it's metal. Pikachu. You got a little Pikachu. Ghastly. Elgium. Sizzlipede. Behem. So we got the Elgium line already. Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. So this was really big for the ancient Pokemon to where they gain 60 HP and you cannot be affected by special conditions, which is really good for the ancient Pokemon. But again, the future Pokemon I think got it better. We got Rapidash, or as a kid I used to call it, Rapidash. Okay. Bronzong. Pidove. And Iron Boulder EX. So we're finally getting another EX card. Took a while. Let's see here. Repulsal Axe. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, even if knockout, put 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Whoa. And then Power Stomp, which will you have to discard 2 energies to use the attack. Wow, that's actually pretty powerful. Alright, so just going to put that down. That Iron Boulder EX. That looks like a tough card. Alright, so far for the right side of the box, we get like cool cards, like cards that would be good for decks, but for like rare cards, not really, except for the Arbok I pulled earlier. Oh, duh. I'm stupid. Rapidash is one of your favorites? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It is one of the fast fire types in the game. Alright, so we got a Leaf. Rellor, which is a dung beetle. Speaking of Rapidash, Ponyta. It's a pony. That didn't sound like no pony.
You must have startled it.
And I'm bringing up Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged on a Pokemon livestream. Chatot. Cottony. Reuniclus again. Explorer's Guidance. So this one, look at the top 6 cards of your deck, put 2 of them into your hand, discard the others. It's not really a good card, unless you're doing like an ancient support, or if you're just using it for like discard fodder. Latias. Rellor again. Macargo. And Bianca's Devotion full art. First, I didn't even think it was a full art, and then I looked at it again. I'm like, no, it is. It is. So we finally got another Pokemon card that we can put a sleeve in. It didn't even seem like it at first. So here's what we got so far after the right side. We're about like halfway through it. But we got the Arbok and Bianca's Devotion. Yeah, okay. Thought something was on the card. Okay. How about we move you right there. Okay, good. Good. Next pack. You know what? As we are going through this, I want to know from my chat, what is your favorite Pokemon of all time? Like, even if it's like your main favorite, like if you were able to have Pokemon in real life, you would want this Pokemon. What would it be? Let me know. And as for the energy, I am gonna go with water. Hey, I called it. I called another one. All right, let's put you down. All right, Meryl. Golett. Dunsparce. And Snom. Boltund. Mudsdale. Explorer's Guidance. Fortress. Cottony. Eevee. Eevee's a cute one. Would you evolve it though? Is the question. And Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon's a good Pokemon. And Mew. Mew would be a hard one to find. Mew would be hard, but hey, if you were able to, there you go. All right, the next pack here. All right, and now for this one, I am going to say Psychic. Fighting. All right, so you have Fighting. Carvana. Ekans. It's a turd! It's a turd! Turtwig! Look at him! He's a Turtwig! You mess with him, you're gonna get the hurt!
And it's gonna be from me.
Alright, Turtwig goes to the side. There's Poochyena. Ancient Booster. Energy Capsule. Iron Treads. It's a good Pokemon. Buddy Poffin. So this is actually pretty good. I've seen these go for a lot of decks, especially post rotation. You could run these if you want to. You were gonna have to have Pokemon with 70 HP or less to get them, but you can still do well with those. We got Wiglet. Wiggle. And we got Arbok. And Wugtrio EX. All right. So we're going to get another EX card. Go figure. With the Wiglet, we get the Wugtrio. Also, and I know some of you are actually going to look it up. Shiny Wiglet, I don't know why. It reminds me of a Simpsons dong. Like... You can look up Shiny Wiglet, and it's going to be yellow with a blue nose, and right away I'm thinking, Simpsons dong! What's wrong with me? Anyway, it's from the shady man. The shady figure who told me to open this pack, this box. Alright. For energy, I am going to say Fire Leaf. Alright. Mudbray. Minchino. Rockruff. Litten. Goes meow. Colossal. So I think we have the roly-poly line already. Perilous Jungle. This is a new one. During Pokemon checkup, put 2 damage counters on each poison non-dark Pokemon. Okay, I mean, that wouldn't be bad. Alright, and Pheasant. And we got a friggin' Ace-Spec card, Awakening Drum. So this, you can draw a card for each ancient Pokemon in play. So if you're going to run an ancient deck, this Ace-Spec I highly recommend you have in your deck, because it helps out with draw support. And then we have Electabuzz and Bramplegas. So we got the Bramble line as well. I'm going to go ahead and put the Ace-Spec card in the sleeve. But yes, this is definitely something I recommend putting in a deck, especially for ancient support. And for Ace-Spec cards, for those who haven't ever played them, you can only put 1 per deck. So it's kind of like the Radiant cards, if you guys remember those if you play. Alrighty. Now for this energy. I'm going to go ahead and say that this energy is... I never looked at it. Dark type! It's a dark type! Ah, it's metal! I thought it was dark. Alright. Put that aside. Wiglet! Simpson's dong. C-Dot. Oh, man. Of course I say Simpson's dong, and next is C-Dot. Okay. That's something you don't talk about every day. Totodile! Look at this art. Look at this artwork of Totodile. It is so adorable. I'm still waiting for my Fuecoco plush to come in so I can put it next to my Totodile plush. So they're just all best friends again. Alright, Totodile. Lycanroc. Delcatty. So we have the whole Skitty line. Future Booster Energy Capsule. So this is the one I was talking about for future Pokemon. You get no retreat cost to your future Pokemon, and they do 20 more damage onto their attacks. So so again, the future Pokemon got the better card setup. Iron Valiant again, the one with the better moveset. Iron Shreds. And Feraligatr. So, fun fact about Feraligatr. Back in Gen 2, so we're talking Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Feraligatr, the name Feraligatr was way past, or I'm sorry, just past the character limit. So in order to keep the name Feraligatr, they took out the O. So Feraligatr is spelled with a G-A-T-R, not G-A-T-O-R. It's a little fun fact from your Pokemon professor. Alright. So, for the energy here, I am going to say... Fire! Psychic. Shroomish. Lickitung. Slugma. Solosis. Airy. That's a new card. Airy. Your opponent reveals their hand. Discard 2 cards that are items. 2 item cards that you find. Santa Scorch, the bigger fruit by the foot. And we got the Sizzlipede family taken care of. Another Buddy Poffin. This is really good. So, again, that's for Pokemon with 70 HP or less. I think the Turtwigs. So I'm trying to think of like Torterra decks that I'm running. I'm going to try to run. And the Turtwig, I think, had less than 70 HP. Deerling, speaking of 70 HP. Skitty. And Torterra EX! Alright! Speaking of Torterra. Alright. I'm excited for this. I wanted to pull these. So technically now I have 2. And technically I just need 1 more for this deck. Oh my god. Torterra EX. Torterra was my first ever starter in Pokemon. So the Turtwig family has a soft spot in my heart. So we have a Turtwig, a Grotto, and a Torterra. Yay! Hang on, let me fix all these other cards. There we got the babies. Got the Turtwig, the Grotto, and the Torterra. And we're not even, like, we have, I think, 4 more packs on the right-hand side. And we already pulled a Torterra EX. Now, if I could pull another one, that'd be great. Now, I know the Torterra EX itself was not, like, the most valuable one. Because I think there's different artworks of them. But it's still cool to see Torterra EX. Sweet indeed, Tuxedo Mask. Sweet indeed. Alright, now for this energy, I am saying water! Fire. Okay. Deerling. Pidove. Pineco. Mawile, which is funny that in Pokemon Ruby for Mawile's Pokedex entry, it says Mawile. They add an H in there and it's not needed. Iron Hands. Iron Hands EX was a beast. If you know, you know. Another Heavy Baton. Another Mist Energy. Sharpedo. A nice artwork for Meltan. I do like that art. And Whimsicott. So we got a nice Meltan. So we found the Torterra EX. Now we're gonna look for cards like the Metagross special art. We're also looking for Walking Wake EX, Iron Leaves EX. Alright, now let's see here. Alright, and I'm going to say Lightning Leaf. Alright, we got Scyther. Skitty. Electabuzz. Bramblin. Iron Shreds, or Manfred 5000. For my Pokemon Violet Titans only run. Oh, boxed order. Okay, so I heard about this card. Search your deck for up to 2 items, reveal them, and put into your hand. Then shuffle your deck and your turn does end. I think this is a card that I need for some decks, so I'm going to put that aside for now. Ribombee. Elgium. Pikachu. And Drampa. I love the Drampa memes where it's like Grandpa with a flamethrower. I do like this artwork of Drampa, though. It does look pretty cool. It reminds me of like a skinny. Oh man, I can't remember the creature's name. The one from Avatar, the flying beast. I forget its name. And watch, it's gonna be said in the comments. I'm like, oh yeah, it's that thing. It also reminds me of the dragon from Neverending Story. I think I saw that movie like once or twice. But I read the books, Lord knows how much. So I was trying to be cheap in school. Alright, second to last pack in on the right side. Then we got a whole left side. And we're just about to reach an hour or two on this stream. Appa, that's it. I knew it. It's Appa. I knew it started with an A. I just didn't know it offhand. I gotta start watching that again. I also got a Dark Energy. Meditite. Turdinator. Hoot Hoot. Beldum. Dum 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 dum. Sandy Shocks or Sandy Cheeks. I know other YouTubers make jokes about it, but I caught on to it, so I'm like, Sandy Cheeks. I'm gonna get those Sandy Cheeks. BHM. Rapidash. Sableye. Cutie Fly. And Miraidon. Non-EX, but Miraidon nonetheless. I thought I had something else. No, never mind. Alright, last pack on the right-hand side. It is a Walking Lake pack, so maybe this will have something good in it. Let's see. And the final energy is water! Fighting again. I don't know why I keep saying water. Girafarig. Roselia. What does Roselia do? The poison point thing as well. Cutie Fly. Thought I pulled a second one for some reason. Drillbur. Future Booster Energy Capsule. Iron Hands. Rescue Board. So this is a new one. Let's see here. The retreat cost of this Pokemon's cards attached to is 1 less. If the Pokemon has 30 HP or less, it has no retreat cost. So that's pretty good. Duosion. Lycanroc. And Fluttermane. New Pokemon, Fluttermane. As long as Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities except for Midnight Fluttering. And Hex Hurl does put 2 damage counters to your opponent's bench Pokemon any way you like. It's not bad. It's not bad. I do like Fluttermane. I used one in my Scarlet run for a bit. Then I thought it was too much, so then I just swapped it for something else. Plus, I didn't want to have too many ghost types. Alright, so that was the right side of Temporal Forces. But we, my friends... I dropped something. We, my friends, have a left side. So... let's continue. First pack. I should probably go get a plastic bag or something to put this trash away. Alright. Fire! Heat more! Heat more chicken. But it's... I do not care. Roly-Coly. Roly-Coly-Oly. Azumarill. I actually have a shiny Azumarill. I do like it a lot. Yamper. Boltund. Excuse me. Mudsdale. Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. That's another card that I do like to have. And we got Fur Alligator. Georgia Bug. And Koraidon.
Koraidon these nuts!
Sorry. Next pack. Lightning. We got Relor, Ponyta, Chatot, Cottony, Sandy Cheeks, Hand Trimmer. This is a new one. Each player discards cards from their hand until they have 5 cards in their hand. If your opponent decides first, if a player has 5 or few cards in their hand, they do not discard. Rabska, Rebombi, Iron Valiant, and Macargo. Macargo Fast. Wah, wah. All right, next pack. Psychic. Water. All right, we have Grubbin, Medicham, Tranquil, Mr. Mime, Sawsbuck, Perilous Jungle, Unpheasant, Future Booster Energy Capsule, Heatmore Chicken, and Raging Boltiax. Nice! So it has Burst Roar, discard your hand and draw 6. And Bellowing Thunder. You may discard the amount of energy cards from your Pokemon, and it does 70 for each card you discard. Not bad. You have to run a lot of energies, though, but you can probably do a whole lot with that. I forget if there's cards to where you can get extra retreat cost requirements, so that way you can use extra cards, but then like Raging Bolt will be unstoppable. Dark for the energy. Carvana. Ekans. It's a turd baby! Poochyena. Fortress. Full Metal Lab. That's a new one. Metal Pokemon. Both yours and your opponents take 30 less damage from attacks from the opponent's Pokemon after applying weakness and resistance. Golurk. Yamper. Shifturi. And an Iron Valiant. Okay. Let's take a look here. Leaf. It's like Animal Crossing, new Leaf. Raichu. Oh, look at him. He's just so tired. Oops. Nope, you go here. Victini! I like Victini a lot, actually. Bronzor. Mudbray. Santa Scorch. Palafin. An Airy again. Metagross. And oh! Oh my god! A special illusion Iron Leaves! What? What? That is awesome! Oh my god! Whoa, whoa, careful, careful, careful. That is sick! Alright, be careful with it. And a Roaring Moon. Whoa! Alright, let's see this here, actually, with this Iron Leaves. So it has Rapid Vernier. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to your bench during your turn, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. If you do, you may move any amount of energies of Pokemon to this one. Wow. Well, I mean, it doesn't really have a good move. It has Prism Edge for 180, but you can't use it next turn. That is sick. That is nice. So far, the left side's been treating me way better. So the thing is with this set, it has, like I said, it's not been fully released yet. So I think next week, like I said, the release date is that day, is next week. So I have no idea what this Iron Valiant is going to cost or the value of it. But we will find out once we get there, won't we? We get a medal. Got Wiglet. Simpson Dong. Meltan. C-Dot. Totodile. Shaman. I actually like Shaman. I do like its ground form. I know some people are like, man, it's just the ground form. He's kind of weak. I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cute to walk around with. Cypher Maniac's code breaking again, which is really good. I'm going to put that aside. Vikavolt. Here's Vikavolt. Slugma. Croconaw. And Iron Thorns. There we go. All right, next pack. Okay. Fighting. Ghastly. Finizen. Dunsparce. Snom. Colossal. Boxed order. Put that aside because I might need that. Jigglypuff on a bad hair day. Shaman. Mudsdale. And Iron Boulder EX full art. Nice. That's a really good. That's a good pull. Back to back, actually. Well, I already pulled an Iron Boulder earlier. But it's cool to pull the full art one. Especially after getting that Iron Valiant. Or, I'm sorry, that Iron Leaves. Last go around. Okay. Psychic. Dark. Dark. Deerling. P-Dove. Pineco. Mawile. Great Tusk. Salvatore, that's a new one. Salvatore, search your deck for a card that has no abilities and evolves from one of your Pokemon. Put it onto that Pokemon to evolve, and then shuffle your deck. You just card the Pokemon you put down. Oh, okay, so you can play right away. Nice. Bronzong. C-Dot. Ooh, a nice artwork for Relicanth here. Same one as before, the Memory Dive. And Melmetal. Okay. Let's put this thing in a sleeve. Take a quick drink here because my throat was starting to hurt a little bit after screaming. All right. Lightning. Right there. Pikachu. Scyther. Sizzlipede. I gotta clean the cat's box. I can kind of smell it. Ew. Meryl. Sableye. Iron Valiant. Rescue Board. Cybermaniac's Code Breaking. I think it's now 4, so I have a whole playset. Me likey. Professor George likey. Golurk. And Relicanth again. I'm getting a lot of Relicanths too. Relicanth is going to be kind of like that Manaphy / Jirachi, where it's going to be good. Wait, why am I pulling out a sleeve? I don't need to do that. But anyway, yeah, Relicanth I think is going to be like one of those, like the Manaphy and Jirachi. Like, you have it there, so you can use its ability. Alright. Fire! Water. Meditite. Turtonator. Hoot Hoot. Beldum. Excadrill. Jigglypuff on a bad hair day. Zeraora. Electivire. Metang. And Gouging Fire EX. That's pretty cool. I don't like its attacks, though. So it has one attack called Heat Blast, does 60. It's okay, I guess. But it has a move called Blaze Blitz that does 260 damage. However, you can't use the attack again until you bring it back to the active zone. Which is ridiculous. So then you have to spend a turn either just letting it faint or retreat it and try to bring it back as soon as possible. Which is a little bit of a pain. And it has 2 retreat costs, so you can't really use any good cards to help you get it back quicker unless you're using Switch. Is Rescue Carrier E or F block? I mean, maybe that could work. And Switch cart. I don't know. Alright, so for this, I'm saying Psychic. Dark. We've only pulled one Ace spec card, too, which is a little shocking. Heatmore. Roly-Coly-Oly. Azumarill. Yamper. Iron Valiant. Sharpedo. Metagross. Roselia. Mr. Mime. Hey, whoa! A full art Wug Trio EX. I was caught off guard. What is going on? Hold on, I'm seem to be having some kind of issue here. Oh, I think we're good now. But yes, Wug Trio EX. What is going on? Sorry about that. Seems like something's going on with my frames. Seemed fine earlier. But we have, now it looks like 8 people watching this. Early access to Temporal Forces. So we've pulled a few things so far. Actually, almost past the halfway point with the rest of the box. And here's what we pulled so far. We pulled Bianca's Devotion, full art. A nice looking Arbok, one of those special illusions. One Awakening Drum, so we have an Apex card. Meltan with one of those special arts. We also have pulled an Iron Bundle EX, a Relicanth, nice artwork. We just pulled a Wug Trio EX full art, and my favorite so far was the Iron Leaves EX. We pulled that, which was shocking. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to get more Pokemon and pro wrestling. And if my frame rates aren't going to really screw me over, we'll probably just chat a little bit after the stream or after the box. So I'm hoping for another Torterra EX, because I am building a Torterra EX deck. As the fire energy, it's psychic. Alright, we have Minchino, Rockruff, Litten, Shroomish, Iron Jugulus, Full Metal Lab, Golurk, Iron Hands. For the future and past Pokemon, I do like the regular foils. Sawsbuck and Bramblegast. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 more packs left in this box. Okay. As we have the Water Gods. That's fighting. We have Grubbin, Medicham, Tranquil, Mr. Mime, Roserade. Caldeo. Iron Jugulus. Prime Capture! We have another Ace Spec card. Let's go. Finally got another one. And we also have Bronzor. And Trampa. But yes, we have another Ace Spec card. The Prime Catcher. Which is awesome to see. So let me put that in a sleeve. Put it over there. Alright, got 5 packs left in this set. What do we got left? Right, put that there. And with the power of the Psychic Gods, it's metal. We got a Lickitung. Charjabug. Slugma. Solosis. Shaman. Fortress. Vikavolt. Licky. Dunsparce. And Roaring Moon. All right, everybody. 4 more packs to go. Do we see something cool? Do we get the Walking Wake? Do we get another Twitter EX? Do we get more Prime Captures? We shall see. Not Prime Captures, Ace Specs. You know what I'm talking about. I hope. And the power of the Lightning Gods. I got it right. Sweet. All right, Lightning. Raichu. Victini. Bronzor. Mudbray. Hi, cat. Delmise. Electivire. Chinchino. Box Order, which is good. Another bad hair day for Jigglypuff. And the Dunsparce. Alright, we have 3 packs to go before the Temporal Forces box is complete. Let's see here. All right. So the codes I'm not showing off. I will actually show it off on my Discord, which I have a link for it onto my channel and on my community tab as well. You better not. I put those cards right there. Stay. If you're gonna chill up there, you're gonna stay. All right. Freaking cat. Oops. Water. Skitty. Oh, there you go. Skitty. Electabuzz. Bramblin. Girafarig. Almost lost a Girafarig. For Latias. Great Tusk. Bronzong. Whimsicott. Meltan. And Iron Crown EX. That looks pretty cool. Attacks used by your future Pokemon except any Iron Crown EX do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay. Nice. It's got a pretty good attack too. Alright, 2 more packs left. This feels like a heavy pack, so this might mean something here. As the fighting gods, that's Leaf. Okay, so you have Ghastly, Finizen, Dunsparce, Snom, Sableye, Great Tusk, Morty's Conviction, Rescue Board, Behem, and Flutter Mane. You better get your butt down. Thank you. All right, everybody. The last pack of Temporal Forces. We have went through 35 packs. And this is the last one. Let's do this. Should I have like suspense music or something? Let's crack this open. Okay. And it's a dark for the final energy searches, I guess. Yeah. Roselia, Cutifly, Drillbur, Relor, the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, Iron Treads, Buddy Buddy Poffin. Put that aside. Ponyta, Medicham, and Koraidon. So that will do it for Temporal Forces. The Elite... I'm sorry, not Elite Trainer Box. The Booster Box that has not been released yet has officially been opened. And now to go over the cards we pulled. So out of that box, we pulled 2 Ace Spec cards. The Awakening Drum and Prime Catchers. These 2. I think I already have these from the pre-release, but hey, we got more. And then for the special art cards, we have 3 of them. We have Relicanth, which is probably going to go in a deck. Meltan. And Arbok. I do like these arts. I like how the Arbok too has a toucannon in there too. I think that's pretty cool. I always like it when they add more Pokemon to the artwork, not just the one. As you see here with this Relicanth, there's other Pokemon on the bottom. I think that's 2 Lumineons and a Shelder. For Meltan here, it's just other Meltan because that's their kind of their thing. They always stick together. They're trying to get up to something. I don't know what it is, but the Relicanth has other Pokemon in it too. Anyway, so there were those, and then for regular full arts, we have Bianca's Devotion and Iron Boulder EX. These were 2 full arts that we pulled. Then we had a Terra full art, Wugtrio EX. Looks pretty cool, pretty dope, not gonna lie. And the best card out of all of them that we pulled, the Iron Leaves EX special art rare. That was the best card I pulled as booster box. And of course, like Torterra and all that, but that was for cards I'm building decks on. But there we go. That was basically it. That was the set. Now, stuff that I like about the set. Honestly, I really think this is gonna be a good set. This seems to be one of those where this is where you really can build cards basically from Scarlet and Violet. You still have some cards from Sword and Shield, but mainly for Scarlet and Violet, you're gonna have a lot more options than you do for relying more on Sword and Shield cards. It's like with many other card games out there. Usually, you wait till like the 5th or 6th set, and then you can really build from there. That's what I see. That's what it feels like with this. So Temporal Forces definitely made it look like, or makes it seem like you can build any kind of good deck using just Scarlet and Violet based cards. There's already been, shockingly, because the set's not even out yet, there's already been talks about the next set. And the next set will have the Pokemon Ogerpon. Which Ogerpon has like its own tragic story, my god. But I'm not going to go completely in Ogerpon yet because the set hasn't been out yet. But Temporal Forces, that was Temporal Forces, all 36 packs. I know I did say about a Walking Wake Elite Trainer box. Those were not available. I was going to do everything next week when the set officially came out, but I got the box today, and I decided, you know what, let's just go for it today. Why not? But yeah. Temporal Forces, everyone. Let's see. We're like an hour and a half into this stream. And hope I don't have any more drop frame issues. I guess for now, unless no one does it, we can do like a fun little chat / Q&A, I guess, for, if anyone's got any questions. It could be about Pokemon. It could be wrestling. It could be like games coming out that I want to play. It could be anything, honestly, as long as it's appropriate. But yeah, no, like, overall, like I said, I do like Temporal Forces. As you see here, I mentioned in the beginning too, it is Happy 316 Day for WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I will say this, like with Stone Cold, wrestling would not be the same or seem better without him. But, I really think that without a lot of these good wrestler names, like this probably would still be just Carnival folk or more independent series. The independent circuit guys, if it's stuck to that point. And I'm kind of rambling on. I just wanted to chat to see like if anyone has any like questions or any fun stuff they want to know about me. Again, as long as it's appropriate. Like I'm not gonna answer like questions about like what toilet paper I use or anything like that. That's a personal note. But it's the soft shit, Trying to figure out like what else I could say. Since we're talking about wrestling, who's your favorite active wrestler in WWE? Ooh. Okay. So, are we talking like the entire roster or like men's wrestler and women's wrestler? Because I had to think about this too because I feel like no matter what I say, someone's gonna say I'm right, others are gonna say I'm wrong. That's how the wrestling community is. Like you have people that are going to agree with you, and people who aren't. But it does seem like there are more people as an entire roster. Oh no. Okay, I mean, make it, I guess, a little easier. You can also make it a little harder. Hmm. See, that's tough because, like, I don't really have, like, a main favorite. I guess for entire roster. Because she's been kicking ass, for the female roster, I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea's been doing really good. I've been enjoying a lot of her stuff. For the men's, I'm going to go with I'll go with Jey Uso. I've been liking Jey ever since he went to Raw, and I love how WWE has kept. WWE did such a really good job with keeping Jey and Jimmy apart, but also building up a WrestleMania match. I think that's pretty awesome that they were able to do that, because there were a lot of times where I'm like, you got to pull the trigger eventually. But they waited for that right moment and just went bam, right for it. I love that. I'm more of a fan of the longer stories because it builds so much more. I mean, it could even like a short story is not bad, but because it's been done so much, seeing a longer story makes it more enjoyable. Like you're not gonna spend time and money on a book that has like what's supposed to be like this amazing thing to ever happen, but it's like 5 chapters. Whereas from all the later future stories, like the long-term stories, you can go for like multiple books or even like longer chapters, even more chapters. That's why I like more, because it just shows you that you can make a long story work. And they're not now WWE's not afraid to do that. And honestly, it's like a fresh, it's like a sigh of relief. It's like a sigh of relief knowing that WWE is going to take their time and make these stories really work. That's why the Roman Reigns stuff has been doing very well. And I know there are some people who are thinking, oh, Cody Rhodes should have finished the story last year. Fair. But it's something that was for a deeper build. But who knows when I say, Tuxedo Mask, here's one. What is your anticipated game on Switch? So, there's a couple, actually. So, this one, the one I'm about to mention, is guaranteed to go on Switch. That is the Super Princess Peach. I am looking forward to playing the game. I know it comes out next week. I do plan on playing it. Obviously not on here, but like for my personal time, I plan on playing it. Not Nothing else I can really think of offhand, unless they do something drastic for Switch Online. Like there's now rumors, well, small rumors, that the main series Pokemon games are coming to the Switch Online. Which, if they do, that's really cool. If they don't, I mean, it's whatever. But I will say that another game I'm also excited for is Pokemon Legends Z to A. Now, I don't know if that's going to be for the Switch or for the Switch 2, as they are saying it, as they're predicting, or as some people are predicting. But we'll find out Monday, actually, because we're getting yet another Nintendo Direct on Monday. I was surprised when I heard that, because I'm like, well, you've already done a Nintendo Direct. You've done a Pokemon Presents. Like, what are you doing right now? And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, the Nintendo event that they did was mainly focused on third-party games. There's another game I'm looking forward to now. This one I'm going to mainly play on Xbox, but it's the South Park Snow Day game. I am excited for that. Now, like I said, I'm going to play that on Xbox. I'm not going to play it on Switch because, excuse me, a lot of games, I want to say post Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, if they are third-party games, the Switch can handle it to a point. Then it gets all pixelated. But then you play it on like Xbox and PlayStation, and it looks way better. So that's why with South Park Snow Day, I want to play that on like the Xbox. Now, obviously for Nintendo games, I'm going to still play it on Switch. I don't know what they have in store for this Switch 2, but I was watching some videos over the past couple of weeks, actually, ever since it was first rumored. If what I'm watching is true, or it becomes true, or somewhat true, this second Switch is going to be like one of, if not the most prepared system of basically all time for Nintendo. I'm curious to see what they are going to do with the Switch Online. I know I saw things like they're going to add, it's going to be like an add-on to a Switch 2, and they're going to be like, there's going to be things like adding GameCube, DS titles, and maybe like 5 years down the road, there's going to be like Wii titles and all that fun stuff. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. It seems exciting, but we have to see where it goes, see how long it's going to take to process. Because you know that if they are going to do a Switch 2, they're going to have to obviously take their time on this. And that's something that gamers are either prepared for or what they're not prepared for. So I'm one of those where I'm like, if you want to take your time to make a game or a system be out of this world, do it. Because I much rather have a game that's going to take a little longer to develop, but it's going to be really good, versus a game that was rushed and it looks like dog crap. I remember the early days of Scarlet and Violet getting so much crapped on because it seemed like they were in a rush. And to be fair, it seemed like they were, because it seems like every 3 years we got a new region, which is cool because it gets us fans excited, but there's also other games that they're working on as well. That's why I think they didn't jump right into a new main series game. They kind of went back to Legends, as well as bringing back Megas, so it looks like Pokemon heard a lot of people's cries. But it does seem like it'll be exciting to see where things go with what Nintendo has in store. Because honestly, it just seems like I'm all for it no matter what. Because I'm not trying to make everything go quicker. I prefer for them to take their time. Maybe that's why they haven't done it right away. They haven't released it right away because they want to give it time, which I'm all for. And I know people are going to complain and want things to come by as soon as possible. And they're the ones that have to deal with the crappy systems and crappy games. Speaking of games, actually, I wanted to bring this up personally, and I know people that are watching this are going to think one way or another about it, but when it comes to physical and digital media, I still prefer physical media, and I've actually been not attacked, but kind of got targeted in wrestling groups I'm in online when I chat with people about the 2K24 video game. For WWE, and I mentioned how it was hard for me to find a physical copy, and people are saying things like, oh, you clearly can't fix the stupidity because you still want physical. I'm like, dude, I prefer physical because, for one, I know I have it, and I bought the game, whereas if you purchase it digitally, you're not really buying the game. You're buying the rights to play the game. And also, let's say down the road, the Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft go, you know what, we're going to cut this game. We don't want this anymore. And so they will just remove it and you don't get to play it anymore. Now, if you do digital, like I said, you're not going to play it anymore. But if you're doing physical, you could still play it because you bought the game. You didn't buy the rights to play it. You bought the game. And on top of that, the other two main things I can bring up. So let's say you wait for a game for a bit, and then let's say like months down the road, all right, I'm gonna get it now. I'll pick it up now, and so that way maybe I can get it cheaper, or maybe they'll come with like better deals and things like that. When that happens, there are times where you can get the game cheaper, like I said. And for digital, it's still the MSRP price when it first comes out. It's not cheaper. It's almost never cheaper. Maybe there'll be like a little deal here and there, but even then, like, it's going to be cheaper elsewhere to get a physical media. And the final thing I want to say about this, before I actually wrap it up, is I'm one of those to where I like to have a shelf and have it filled with games. Because personally, I still think that's cool. Come in, you're like, all right, whoa, look at all those games. And then you're someone like who's played all of them, and you're sitting there, I got nothing to play. This sucks. Yeah. But that's just me. So, you know what? I'm probably going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Tuxedo Mask 23 and Redhead Princess, for commenting throughout the night. It was really fun chatting with you guys, as well as talking about a bunch of other things involving Pokemon, wrestling, video games, and so much more. Coming up, not right away, but eventually, once more things get situated, we're going to be doing a video where I will be talking about my predictions for WrestleMania, and I'm going to add a little twist to that as well. What will be that twist? You're going to have to wait and see. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This is George. I hope you guys have a fun and safe evening, everyone. Have fun on this Saturday night and stay safe.